Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Extinct Bricks Originals. And for this very special episode, we'll be featuring the Lego custom tutorial on our DUONYCHUS. And so here's our victim for our new custom. This is actually Rex from Toy Story, and it is actually a good custom for white dinosaurs or theropods, except for the first half of the body, because it's very cartoonish. But nonetheless, the rest will be a really okay base figure for those types of dinosaurs, such as Therizinosaurids. So what we're going to do here is we're going to replace the tail for a shorter one, and we'll be using this as our neck piece on our Therizinosaurus. So let's start doing that. So on the areas where I'm going to cut on the figure, and that will be from here, the torso, and of course we're going to remove the legs or the feet because we don't need it. So let's do that. So for this, guys, please be careful with the tools that you're using. That is why sometimes I would say that customization is not for everybody, especially for younger kids. But if you are very passionate with what you do, then you can ask your mom and your dad or your bigger siblings or brothers or sisters to have them cut them for you, and then you can just attach them later on using their help as well. So we have here a small contours, and we're going to use some parts of this particular figure, especially the body, arms, and the legs, for our figure here. So we'll cut the legs and the feet off, and so perfect. We also have this special figurehead, and we're going to cut it off, and we're going to use the actual head of this for our DUONYCHUS. Screen, but so far so good. Okay, so here is the finished kit bash, and as you can see, we've added already the most distinguishing feature of this creature, which is the two claws on its arm. really simple. Okay, so here's the figure after we have already everything installed. And for those who are asking what kind of clay I use, this is what I use. This is Pioneer non-solid epoxy. There's two parts to this one, A and B, so we mix them together on 4 parts, and then it becomes this malleable clay. You have around like 10 minutes or so of working time for you to apply on your figure, and so it sets like stone hard after several minutes, and from there you can actually stand it up and paint it afterwards. Right, so we added in several feather details on the figure, such as those on the neck area, the base of the neck, and then of course on the arms and also on the tail. That should do it. Before we continue, here to Winners for Guesses PC Contest, we have our lucky picks. Here they are: Aiden Stevenson, Gary Zilla, Floppa Isis, Suzanne Jimenez, Prehistoric Light, Godzilla, Carnius Grevens, Jurassic Texture. Congratulations everyone, and of our top 10 winners:
Top 10,
Jurassic Brick,
Top 9,
Rainbow Racer,
Top 8,
Fatback,
Top 7,
Giri Giri,
Top 6,
Swollen Head of Dragon,
Top 5,
Beckle Ivan Altis
Top
Pinax,
4,
Jurassic Prince,
Top 3,
Hong Kong,
Top 2,
Kevin Robertson,
and Top 1.
and Alton Todd. Congratulations everyone, and for those of you who'd like to join, here's how. Just click on the Extinct Bricks icon and it will link you to the Extinct Bricks homepage. On the homepage, just click on the community link to see all our posts. Alright, so we have our Pterosaur here already primed with gray earlier, and I just painted white on it. And now we're ready to apply some color. So we have here some different sizes of brushes. Okay, so we have our Pterosaur already primed earlier with gray, but we painted in white on this one because mainly the feathers would be composed of white to, other dimensions of white as well. So I figured I'd painted it, but I didn't want to show it anymore to you guys because it's going to bore you. So what we'll be using here will be different sizes of brushes, of course. We have here a few pens, permanent ones that will be used in detailing of the creature. We have some water. We also have here a few acrylics, and then also we have our handy dandy hair dryer to hasten up the process. And now we're going to continue on with the paint. So first we have actually unbleached titanium here, and we're just going to water it down a little bit so it's not so thick. And this is what we're going to use to detail some of the feathers on the body of the picture. Now, the idea here is for us to have, dabs of feathers all over it, but we're going to do another darker tone on this one, so feel free to overlap on some of the details here. So just do that repeatedly on this side as well as on the other. Looking at it closely, this is how it should look like, but when it dries it's going to be a little bit flat. So the next dimension of color that we have here would be a mix of the earlier colors that we have, and although it's not very apparent here on the video, once it dries it's going to give another level of dimension to the feathers. So this is a mixture of raw umber and also the earlier colors that we had. So it's very subtle, but it will give that illusion of feathers on the actual body of the picture. So in this point in time, what you can do is, if there would be imperfections on the scope, that would be where you can situate these kinds of colors, so it won't be as apparent as before. Alright, so the next color would be this a darker shade of what we had on earlier, and this is a mocha colored paint scheme, and we're going to apply this on the neck, some areas of the tail as well. So I'm just color blocking it, meaning the entire neck piece of the figure. Now later on we're going to go back to it and make some splotches of lighter color so that it won't look flat and it would still have that look of feathering details on it. And also on the ends of the tail. Now using a much darker shade of brown, and this is almost raw umber with just a little tiny bit of titanium white. We're going to apply this on specific areas where the feathers would meet abruptly with those darker colors, such as that of the arms, the tail, some parts of the neck, and also the face. So here, this would already include the digits. Like so. There's also parts of the neck that would have this coloration, so we're also going to do that. That would mainly be here. There's a triangle portion to it. So I'm just going to carefully apply this to create that bib-like effect on the picture. Alright, and also on the bottom side of the bottom side of the neck. So now we have here a mixture of some of the darker, what do you call this? Darker browns and some oranges, and we're just going to lighten it up a little bit with some of the unbleached titanium, and we're going to add those colors here on the face of our dinosaur. So sometimes I would tend to go directly and put it on the picture, but sometimes, since this is acrylic paint, when it dries up it tends to darken a little bit. So when that happens and you're not satisfied with the colors, you could always go back and overlay on those colors with a much lighter one that you want to apply. So that is one tip I guess that I can give you guys. Okay, now so we have here a mixture of red and some oranges and some paint to it, and we're going to straight ahead apply this on the head of our big turkey. You can see that, you know, some of the colors of the turkey would be, especially on the neck area, this would represent that color. So, yeah, so here it is. So I'm just going to do that and apply that also on the other side. Okay, so using a much larger brush than the detailed brush that we have on earlier, we mix some of the, what do you call those, the colors that we had on the base with some of the titanium, the lighter colors of white, which is unbleached titanium, and we're going to apply that on the bottom figure, like so. So it's as if the underside of the figure is unfeathered. So that's the kind of effect that we're going for here. So this comes up until that part of the belly. In this, we're going to pull down the colors and do a repeat on the other side. Now for the details, where this same color would make with the body, I'm going to use a much lighter brush or a much smaller brush and apply small strokes like that. So it's as if the feathers would make the unfeathered area. And one of the last of the details that we need to put on this creature would be, of course, to color the talons, or let's say claws, on the DUONYCHUS. Right, so I know the DUONYCHUS won't have, you know, super long claws, but you know, just for the purpose of I want one with such long claws, I made it this way. But who knows? That is just bone, and the keratin, or you know, the claws might grow much longer than what is in the fossil record. So I wanted it to be more dramatic than what is actually depicted. So we had here a color of dark gray on the figure. So this would be glossed up when it's actually done. And other things that we need to, of course, paint on this would be details on the eyes and also on the mouth and so on. And that's it for the tutorial video on how to make the DUONYCHUS. And I hope you enjoyed this particular video, guys. And if you like to make one yourself, then you can follow through with this tutorial. Also, please do not forget to support our other channels, Ibitswa Universe, The Adventures of Moira and Usher, and Tita Mike's Kitchen. Please watch their videos and support their channel by subscribing. And if you happen to like this video, guys, please do consider to put on a like or put on a comment. I do read your comments, guys, and if you have suggestions, then I will definitely look into them and see if those would be something that we can add into the current roster of collection that I have. Alright, guys, so thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next. Bye everyone, as we always would say,